this video tutorial I will explain how to build RESTful web services using Jersey. Here you can see database. We will use MySQL database, and here you can see Spring Boot demo application, which exposes REST endpoint for creating the employee, updating the employee, get the employee, delete the employee, and get the list of employee details. And here you can see Postman client. Using this, we will consume the RESTful web services which are exposed by Spring Boot demo application. Here you can see employee table, and it has two records. In this example, we are going to build RESTful web services using Jersey. So we have to include the dependency of Jersey in the pom.xml like this. Here you can see Spring Boot demo application with folder structure. Here you can see the pom.xml. Here you can see application.properties file, and here I have defined a driver class name, URL of the database, and username and password of the database. Using this information, the Spring Boot application makes connection to the MySQL database. Here I have defined a class employee, and in this class I have applied entity annotation, and this class has four properties: ID, name, age, and salary. And in ID property I have applied generated value annotation, so this ID value will be automatically generated by Hibernate. Here I have defined a class employees, and it has employees property and getter and setter methods for this property. In this example, we are using JPA, so I have defined interface employee repository, which extends CRUD repository. Here I have defined the interface employee service. It has create employee, update employee, get employees, delete employee, and is employee exist abstract methods. Here I have defined the class employee service symbol, which is service component, and it implements employee service interface and provide implementation of all the abstract methods. Here I have defined a class employee resource. It has create employee method. This method accepts employee object, and this method is responsible for creating an employee record in the employee table. And this method consumes JSON, and to call this method we have to send request to this path, and HTTP method is post. Here I have defined a class Jersey config, which extends resource config, and here you can see employee resource, which is JaxRS resource that we have to register as a Jersey resource. Here I have defined a class application, which is Spring Boot application. I am starting Spring Boot application. Spring Boot application is started in 8080 port. Using Postman client, I am going to send create employee request. Here is the URL, and HTTP method is post. Click on body. Here we have to select raw, and we are going to send JSON. So select JSON, and here you can see the employee details in JSON format. Click on send. The request reaches here. Here we got the output. The employee record is successfully created with the primary key 5. Click on refresh, and here you can see one record is created. Here you can see update employee method which accept ID and employee object. This method is responsible for updating an employee record in the employee table. To call this method, we have to send request to /employees, and we have to pass the ID, and this ID is the path param, and that path param value will be assigned to this variable, and we have to use HTTP method as put when you call this method, and it consumes JSON. Next I am going to send update employee request. ID I am passing as 5. HTTP method is put, and name I am changing as Dave. Age as 45. Salary as 10,000. Request reaches here. Here we got the output. Employee is updated successfully. Click on refresh, and here you can see the employee record is updated successfully. Here you can see get employee by ID method which accept ID, and this method is responsible for getting employee record from the employee table based on the given ID. To call this method, we have to send request to employee /ID. Here ID is the path param. So whatever path param value you are passing, that will be assigned to this variable. And HTTP method we have to use as get. Next I am going to send employee get request, and I am passing ID as 5, and HTTP method is get. Click on send. Request reaches here. And here we got the output. We got the employee object in JSON format. Here you can see delete employee method which accept ID. This method is responsible for delete an employee record based on the given ID. And to call this method, we have to send request to /employees /path param, and this path param value will be assigned to this variable, and HTTP method we have to use delete. Next I am going to send delete employee request. I am passing ID as 5, and HTTP method should be delete. Click on send. Request reaches here. Here we got the output. Employee is deleted successfully. Click on refresh, and here you can see the employee record is deleted. Again, I am sending the delete request. The employee record is not there in the database, so it will send employee not found message to the client. Here we got the output. The status is 404, and the message we got is employee not found. Here you can see get employees method. This method is responsible for get all the employee records from the employee table. And to call this method, we have to send request to this path. And HTTP method we have to use get. And this method produces JSON. Next, I am going to send request to get all the employee records. This is the URL. HTTP method is get. Click on send. Request reaches here. Here we got the output. We got array of employee objects in JSON format. You can get Java source code link for each video in the description section of the video. Here you can see the description section. Click on show more, and here you can see the Java source code links. Click on these links to get the Java source code.